Namaskar, myself Parteek. In this session, we are going to discuss the concept of unsupervised machine learning. We will also compare supervised and unsupervised machine learning in this session. Let us start this session. In unsupervised machine learning, data is not labeled. It means that there is no output attribute. We only have input attributes, and on the basis of the values of these input attributes, we have to group or cluster the data. So, in unsupervised machine learning, the data is not labeled, so there is no output attribute. We cannot predict anything in the absence of output attribute. So, unsupervised machine learning cannot be used for making the predictions. We can only make grouping of data based on input attributes. So thus unsupervised learning is used for making groups. These groups technically called as clusters. So unsupervised learning is used to perform clustering of data. In order to understand this concept further, let us consider this dataset. This is the dataset of a supervised machine learning. We have already discussed this database in predicting the price of the house. Here we have columns like plot size, number of bedrooms, covered area, granite flooring, upgraded kitchen, distance from the city in kilometer, age of flat, and price in lakhs. We can clearly identify input and output attribute from this dataset. Here price in lakh is output or class attribute, while all other attributes are input attributes. We can predict the value of output attribute based on these input attributes. These are its instances. Here data is labeled and we have given output class for every possible set of input attributes. Since this dataset is labeled, we can use this dataset to predict the price of the house based on input attributes of unknown instance. This is the case of regression, but let's suppose this output attribute is not given to us and we only have these input attributes. Then on the basis of these input attributes, we cannot make prediction about the price of the house. But we can still use this dataset for important business decision. We can use this dataset to make grouping of flats based on different values of these parameters. Let us consider this dataset for predicting breast cancer. Here again we have an output attribute as diagnosis, which is marked as 0 or 1 based on the value of input parameters. These input attributes are attributes of tumor and patient, and based on that we are predicting that tumor is cancerous or non-cancerous. Here we have a class attribute diagnosis. So we can build a machine learning model to predict whether the tumor is cancerous or non-cancerous based on these input attribute. This is a case of classification and we have already considered this dataset under classification. But let's suppose this output attribute is not given to us. Then we cannot use this dataset for classification purpose. Then we can make the clustering of patient based on these input attributes. So we can cluster the patients based on their age, or we can cluster the patient based on the similarity in their tumors. So the point is that if output attribute is not given, we cannot use it for prediction, but we can still make its important use by making clusters or groups based on these input attributes. Let us consider one more dataset. This is the dataset about the customer who bought Alexa or not. Here we have output attribute as bought Alexa, and input attributes are C number, bank balance, gender, and age. Based on these input attributes, we can make the prediction about the customer is going to buy Alexa or not. So we can use this for classification. This is an example of supervised machine learning. But again, if output attribute is not given to us, then on the basis of these input attributes, we can make clustering of customer. By making the grouping of these customer, we can identify a group which are the potential buyer of this Alexa. So we can conclude that in supervised learning, we cannot make prediction, But of course, we can make clusters of data based on the relationship among input variables in the dataset. So we have number of examples. We can use the data of flats to make grouping of flats. We can use the input attributes of patient to make grouping of the patients, or we can use the input attribute of customer to make grouping of customers. So in unsupervised learning, we can make clusters based on the relationship among input attributes in the dataset. In order to further understand this concept, let us consider the learning of Adam and Eve. When Adam and Eve first time reached on this earth, then things had their no name. Adam and Eve might have learned by analyzing the attributes or features of these objects. They might have made the groups or clusters of items based on their features, like animate or non-animate, color, shape, size, smell, taste, etc. First, they might have categorized the things into living and non-living groups. For example, they might have identified one group as animals or another group as birds. Later on, they might have created subgroups for animal group like tiger, dog, cat, and so on. In simple words, they perform clustering of objects based on their features. And later on, with the expansion of language, they assigned different names to these groups or subgroups. On the other hand, in today's world, when a child is born in a family, then his learning is different from Adam and Eve. Because now everything is labeled. It has its own name. We show different items to a child, and child observe all the features of that item and also come to know about the name of that item. Like when we show pen or pencil to a child, child observe all the features of that object and come to know about the name of that object like pen, pencil, chair, table, car, bus, and so on. During this learning process, along with all the features of an object, child also get to know about the name or label of that item. So I hope that you can clearly understand that the learning of modern day child is very close to supervised learning. It is further important to note that the child does not need to see all the pencils in the world to identify it, and after being trained on 3 or 4 items, the child will able to differentiate between pen, pencil, car, bus, etc. We wish to achieve same objective with machine learning. Instead of showing all possible instances for a particular case, we wish that machine learn from few instances and able to identify that object clearly when an unknown instance is shown to our model. After this discussion, I hope that you can clearly identify that the learning of Adam and Eve was very close to unsupervised learning because they learned on the basis of the features of the items, and then there was no name associated with the items. While the learning of modern day child is very close to supervised learning. Modern day child learn from the features as well as he or she also come to know about the name or label of that item. So the learning of modern day child is supervised learning, while the learning of Adam and Eve was unsupervised learning. I hope that with this example, the concept of supervised and unsupervised learning will be very clear to you. This is all about this session. To read more about this, you can refer my book Data Mining and Data Warehousing from Cambridge University Press, which is available at amazon.com. I request you to subscribe this YouTube channel to receive latest video tutorials on topics like data mining, machine learning, DBMS, big data, NoSQL, and many more. To learn SQL in a simplified way, you can join this online course on SQL, which is available at Udemy platform. To learn PLSQL, you can join this online course on PLSQL, which is also available at Udemy platform. I have also authored books on data mining and data warehousing, DBMS, NoSQL, beginning with SQL, and PLSQL for beginners. All these books are available at Amazon platform. To read more about this, you can refer my website prateekbhatia.com. Thanks for watching this video.